Howdy y'all, and welcome back to another video. And this video is pretty much what I talked about in my last video. It's going to be going over parts of my life, and it's just going to be kind of an update video. So, and while we're doing this, I figured I would build a lightsaber. For any of those that want to build a lightsaber of their own, go to saberparts.com and you can build a lightsaber of your own if you so choose to. Um, anyhow, so first off, for those of you that may have seen in my previous video, you may have seen my ring. If I'm looking over to the left here or the right, for whichever y'all are, I do now have a dual monitor, which is something I never had a year ago. I needed something, and I have this. So my recording software is over here. But anyhow, darn, I look good. Anyhow, uh, back to this. So many of y'all may have noticed I have a ring. Well, this is actually a good thing that happened in my life. Not long after I took a break, um, I have. Are you ready? Do 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 do. I have a boyfriend. So, for many of you, those that may not know, I am part of the LGBTQ plus community. And I'm actually coming out across to all of you all. I'm coming out to all of y'all across the world. And you know what? I'm okay with this. I am demisexual. So, and if you don't know what that is, the demisexuality um, is actually quite similar to bisexuality, except you have to form a very strong bond with your partner. And that is what I have done over the past, actually over for more than a year. Um, and this very special person to me has been my boyfriend for about a year now. And he gifted me this ring. And he is definitely probably the happiest thing that has happened in my life within the past 3 years. Him becoming my boyfriend has significantly changed me for the better, and I, I'm happy. So that is probably the biggest thing that has happened in my life over the past couple years. Um, so pretty much the another thing that has happened in my life during my break, I started picking up some special hobbies, and one of which is something that I used to do when I was young. I used to play the guitar, and just recently, within the past couple months, I actually picked up my guitar and started learning to play it again. Um, I don't know, without doing some further investigating, if I could do guitar videos on my channel. But if I find out that I can, would y'all like to see something like that? Would y'all like to see me play the guitar? So it's definitely something I would love to do as a video, but I just have to make sure that it can happen and that nothing can really, shall I say, stop it from happening. So, but yeah, um, so that's one of the hobbies. Um, Let me think. Oh, bike riding. I was never a bike rider. My biggest problem that I always had, I could never keep my balance. I was always so bad at keeping my balance that bike riding was impossible for me. Well, I picked up bike riding late, or no, middle of last year, and with some help from my father, I actually learned how to ride a bike again. And I it was difficult. It was really difficult because it was something I haven't done in so long. But it was possible again. I mean, it was possible for me to do with uh, with some practice, and by practice I mean several days worth of it. But yeah, and so that's another hobby. I love to bike ride, and maybe a video I could do. I don't know how I would do it, uh, but do a video of me just going out bike riding and just having fun going around and seeing all the different type of scenery. A scenery video, a scenic video. Would y'all like something like that? Let me know in the comments. But but yeah. So that's those are a couple of the big hobbies that have occurred in my life. Um, some other things, I have started spending um, some more time with my own father. Used to be I was never very close to him as he was gone a big majority of the beginning of my life. Um, so I really started to spend a lot more time with him. I really wanted to establish a father-son relationship with my own dad, and it's it, honestly it's good. I I for many of y'all that may not know, I have pretty bad trust issues and all that, and so it's taken me a long time to be able to develop something as a good father-son relationship with my own dad, because I just don't have the ability to trust people very easily. But with my dad, it's getting there, slow but surely. And yeah. So again, that's another thing that has happened in my life. And yeah, what do y'all think of this lightsaber? Does it look pretty cool? You think I ought to change something on it? I don't know. I feel like I feel like the handle here, the body is not very good for gripping. Um, let's see. Maybe we could find something a bit better. Something that's got a little bit of artistic to it, but it's not like very plain or very like this. Let's see if the Graflex. Yeah. Like, does that look like a good lightsaber, y'all? Oh, and by the way, I am a huge Star Wars nerd. A very huge Star Wars nerd. Um, but yeah, so some other things that have happened in my life. Um, I've been trying to get a job, and where I live at, and for many of you can probably relate to this, where I live at, um, I live in I live between two small towns, and getting a job is, shall I say, impossible. It's a lot of people that own these businesses don't want to hire outsiders, and what I mean by that is I'm not from Kentucky, that is where I live. I live in Kentucky, but I was actually born in Indiana, and when I first moved down here, me and my family were actually treated as outsiders. So we getting a job here is practically impossible because people don't want outsiders working at their or in their businesses. Like I said, some of y'all can probably relate, but that's just how it is. So, but anyhow, so instead of actually me getting a job, I actually decided to go into my career, which my career that I want to go into, there's actually three different ones, and none of them require college, because they're mainly through trade schools. So I thought about becoming either a brick master, which is a bricklayer, a person who builds houses out of brick, a welder, a bleh, a welder, or maybe even a electrician or carpenter, and uh, oh, actually no, that's actually off my list, but um, HVAC, which is heating, venting, and air conditioning. Those are the three that I have that interest me the most and are all accessible quite close to me, um, and in trade schools. And another thing that I also want to be, I want to be a chef. So for those of you that don't know, I love cooking. I love to cook, and I just really wanted to get. I wanted to be able to do something in my life that I truly enjoyed, and I figured, why not go into a culinary and become a chef? And so what I. That's another one of my passions that I will end up pursuing. So, but yeah. So there is definitely that there's part of what I want to do as far as my career goes. And this lightsaber is looks good. It doesn't look that bad. Yeah, it looks okay. But yeah. So there's that. Um, and I thought maybe we, or maybe like uh, well, oh, another career. I thought about going and becoming a truck driver. I know that is kind of a hard thing to do because it's always time consuming, and that is, I mean, not time, well, it's always like it's a long hard road that you're on for constantly, and that is true, but it kind of it really actually depends what company you go through, um, and it just kind of depends. There are companies out there to where you don't stay on the road all the time, and but yeah, um, so some other things that there are some personal things that have happened in my life that I don't want to really talk that I don't want to talk about, that I probably won't talk about at all. Um, so, but other than that, my life my life during the break that I took from YouTube has had its ups and downs. Though more of them are more up than they are down, kind of, maybe not, something like that. But it's it is what it is, I guess. That's how life is. You have your ups and your downs, and you just have to, well, you just have to be able to get through it, and I did. So, but um, trying to think. My mind's, I'm focused on like two different things, and for me, I almost have a one-track mind sometimes. Um, I guess that's really all that I can really have to say as far as what's gone on in my life. And as a lot of you all know, the unfortunate events that have transpired over the past year have also heavily affected me and my family, and I know it has also infected or infect in ah, I know it has also affected y'all's family as well. And well, all I can say is I'm happy that we are making it through. We're we're fighting every single day, and we're making it. And that right there is what turns the tides and everything. So um, so that's, yeah, that's pretty much all I can really have to talk about as far as my life has gone. Um, but yeah, I will go ahead and say this. From my last video and this video, there isn't much of a, there's maybe like a 10-minute difference between when they're recorded, and they'll be uploaded on the same day. But I have thought a little bit about some videos I may upload. Vlogs are coming, so expect some vlogs, expect reaction videos, maybe some try not to laughs. It's very hard for me to find anything that really makes me laugh on YouTube. Um, and just kind of some different type of videos, some gaming videos every now and then. Oh, as far as my Twitter goes, which I don't know if I have ever announced that or not. I do have, actually, yeah, I have now that I ever think about it. My channel does have a Twitter, and I don't really post hardly anything on there, but I suppose since I have am getting back into YouTube, I suppose I can start kind of getting like posting some polls of videos that y'all would want me to create, and maybe some other things to like interact with all my viewers and subscribers. So I'll put a link to my Twitter in the description below. And that's really pretty much it. So, oh, uh, yeah, and that's yeah, that is pretty much it. Yabby yabby do. Well, anyhow, uh, I guess I need to cut this video off now. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'll talk more about my life in future videos when I'm doing other things and all that. So I really hope y'all enjoyed this video again, and this is Hope, Faith, Love. I also hope y'all enjoyed this lightsaber. This is actually pretty cool looking. But anyhow, I hope y'all... this is Hope, Faith, Love signing off, and peace out, everybody. Goodbye.